What's going on, guys? It's Caleb here from anewexpression.net, where we help you become your greatest self. Now, in today's video, it's going to be a little different. We're going to do a little story time, something from my personal experience, my personal history. And the point of this story is to emphasize the importance of giving it your all. In whatever you do, business, sport-wise, anything in life where you want to prioritize something, where you want to achieve something in a certain way, get to a certain level, the importance of making sacrifices and really going all in on what you want to do. And in this story, it's going to hopefully open your eyes and make sure that you guys don't make the same mistakes. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about my personal history and my career as a wrestler in high school. Now this is a sport, wrestling was a sport that I started in 8th grade, middle of 7th grade, but I wasn't really into the sport. So, 8th grade was really when I got serious with it. And the more and more I did it, the more and more I fell in love with the sport. If you guys don't know, about wrestling, wrestling is a very physical sport. And I'm not talking about the WWE where, you have The Undertaker, The Rock, or whatever. That's kind of like the stunt version of wrestling. No disrespect or no hate to that, but it's not like physical, like the actual sport of wrestling. So the actual sport of wrestling requires a lot of, mental strongness. You got to be physically fit, really physically fit. Your endurance has to be way up there. And so I got really involved with wrestling, and I had a coach that really inspired me to become my best. And the thing that this coach told me that stuck with me to this day is that he sat me down. It was after this one practice, man, and I was, in my practices, I was the hardest worker in the room. I was always doing the most. I remember we had to run across our school, right? It was in the building, actually. We had to run in the building. We had to run the whole building. And it would be downstairs, upstairs. You had to go through 3 stories and then come all the way down. It was a whole loop, right? And you had to do 8 of those. And we did this before practice every single day. We would have to run 8 times around that lap. And I remember I would be the one that I would overlap people, right? I'd always be the first one back because I always wanted to, push myself. I was always the type to always become first. I always want to become first in anything I did. I'm very competitive. I always want to become first. And so I came in first every single practice, and I would be back in the wrestling room 10 minutes before anybody else. And I'd be on a mat, and one of these times was towards the end of the season. I did my 8 laps, and I passed everybody. I came in a lot earlier than anybody, and my coach would be waiting for me. He'd be waiting for us in the wrestling room for everyone to get back. And I would get back, in this one particular day, I remember this so vividly. He sat me down. He's like, Caleb, how far do you want to take this sport? I'm like, Coach, I want to take it as far as I can. I enjoy the sport. I have a passion for it, and I want to become my best self in this sport. And he told me, he's like, you know what, Caleb, and you guys have to get, he knew me left, inside and out. He was my football coach. He was my health and my gym teacher. So I was with him almost every day in all aspects. Gym class, I would always be coming first in my running, whatever we had to run a mile, I'd run a 5:30. And he saw the determination, he saw the motivation to become the best in whatever I did. And I was very, obsessed with perfection, and he told me, he's like, Caleb, you can do anything that you set your mind to. I remember this so clearly because it stuck with me to this very day. He said, you in particular can take anything you want to a whole nother extent. If you put your mind into something, you can achieve it, Caleb. And I believe that. I believe that so much. But, and this is a big but, I took this sport and I lost my opportunity. I lost my chance with this sport. Okay? And the reason why I want to share this story is because I'm not wrestling anymore, guys. I'm not. I didn't get my scholarship. I didn't go to a D1 school for wrestling. Didn't even go to D school or D2 for wrestling. I didn't advance in my wrestling career. And the reason why I wanted to share this story is because, there's a lot of regret. There's a lot of guilt. There's a lot of, I feel like there's a lot of lost potential in this career. And, what I think stopped me from reaching my full potential, what I think stopped me from advancing in this sport was of my distractions. There's distractions that happen everywhere, especially for me throughout high school. This is when a lot of distractions started coming in place, friends smoking, whatever. There's friends smoking everywhere. There's people around you that, want to do things. They want to, go out and just hang out. And, it distracted me from what I truly wanted. And what I truly wanted was to take the sport of wrestling as far as I could take it. I was actually so confident, I had so much faith in myself that I would be able to take this into college. And I truly believed that I could have. With all my heart, 100%, if I stayed committed, if I stayed focused, I really think I could have went D1. And I know I could have went D1. And I know I could have got a scholarship for wrestling. I had a potential, I had a drive, I had a motivation, I had it in me. I had everything I needed to achieve what I wanted to achieve in the sport. And the reason why I want to share this story with you guys is so that you guys don't make the same mistake. And whatever you guys want to do, it doesn't have to be a sport, it could be a business, whatever you guys are passionate about, whatever you guys are inspired by, whatever you guys want to achieve. I want to emphasize the importance of focus, of giving it your all, of getting rid of your distractions. Because if it wasn't for my distractions, if it wasn't for the things happening around me, then I would have taken this sport a lot farther than I did. If it wasn't for my distractions, if it wasn't for the things that were pulling my attention, I would have taken this sport farther than I did. And there's a lot of guilt, there's a lot of regret about that, but I take it as a learning experience. I take it as something that I have to learn from. And that's my point, is that I want you guys to understand the importance of giving it your all. If there's something that you guys want to achieve, if there's something that you want to attain, if there's something that you want to pursue, give it your all. Don't let these distractions, don't let these things that are pulling your attention get your attention, okay? Because you're going to look back at it. If you end up giving up, if you don't end up achieving what you want to achieve, you're going to look back at all the things that pulled your attention, all the things that put you away from the path, and you're going to be like, I wish I just gave up those things. I wish I just went all in on this thing, gave it my 100% so that I could achieve it, instead of looking back now and noticing that I just lost an opportunity. I just lost a chance to become great at something. And I take this as my learning experience, man. I love this sport. I actually had a wrestling tournament just the other day, yesterday actually. And, it was just an open tournament. It was just for fun. But I realized, I was, of course my conditioning wasn't there, but I realized how much I missed the sport. How much I missed everything about it, guys. And I want you guys to understand that you guys have to go all in on whatever you guys want to achieve. Go all in on whatever you want to achieve. And I promise you, you will achieve it. If you just let aside all the distractions, everything that's pulling your attention, your friends, everything, and just get real focused and get real clear on what you want to achieve, there's nothing stopping you. And I take this as my learning experience, man. I'm not gonna get everything I wanted out of life, right? I still love the sport. I still watch it almost every day, and I still miss it every day. But I take this as a learning experience. Maybe this was bound to happen. Maybe this was something that I needed to, in order to understand the importance of going all in and understanding the cons of getting distracted and letting these things pull my attention. And I'm taking this learning experience and I'm applying it to my business. You know, there's distractions, there's friends that want to hang out with me, there's things. And guys, if I could take back my freshman, my sophomore year, I would do everything different. If I would have realized where I'm at right now and where all those things have taken me, I would have done everything different. And you know, it's just crazy to me. Like I would have been on a whole different path. I would have been doing everything different. Freshman, sophomore year, I would have spent every single waking hour, every single waking minute learning about the sport, applying the things I've learned, working on my mindset, you know, working on all those little things to become the best I could have in that sport. And because I loved it, I was so passionate about it. I had that drive. But these things that distracted me, all these things, I wouldn't have, if I would have known that those were the things that were going to stop me from becoming my best self at that sport, then I would have just dropped those things and I would have done everything different. And that's what that's why I want to share this story with you guys, is to emphasize the importance of that. You know, you don't want to look back, you don't want to have this regret of wishing that you would have done things different. And I can't say that this is bad for me. I don't know who knows where I would have gone with this sport, you know? Like, who knows where that could have led me? But it's the past. It's already done with. And so I'm taking it as a learning experience. But if there's something that you guys want to achieve, if there's something that you guys want to pursue, don't have any regrets. Go all in on it. Don't ask yourself in a couple of years, what if I did pursue that? What if I did achieve that? What if I did things different? Don't make that mistake. Go all in on whatever you guys want to achieve, whatever you want to pursue. Go do that one thing. You only have one life, and you want to spend it the best way possible, guys. You guys want to live it the best way possible. I hope you guys got something out of that video. I hope you guys got, you know, some value, some lessons out of that story. I know I did. I know I learned from my experiences, from my past experiences, and I'm still grateful for it. I'm still grateful that I had an opportunity to play the sport and to actually partake in it. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. If you guys enjoyed this kind of stuff, leave it down in the comments below. Let me know if you guys want more stories like this. I could definitely share a lot more experiences with you guys. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, guys, take care.